On today's show, we're going to explore some awesome YouTube updates that I think you're going to be excited about. First, a big change to analytics, which will definitely affect things, especially if you're doing reporting for clients. So we'll get you filled in on that. Also, big upgrades with what you can do when creating YouTube Shorts. And an amazing update if your brand has a podcast on YouTube, among other things. We have a lot to cover today, so let's jump in. My name is Jerry Potter, host of the Social Media Marketing Talk Show, a Social Media Examiner production. We break down all the latest social media news and what it means for marketers like you. So the big update in the last week or so here has been all around YouTube Shorts and the way that they're counting views. So previously, YouTube had said, we're not going to fully disclose how we count views, but somebody has to watch a certain amount or a certain percentage. I remember there was a story we talked about here where they said, there's no like definitive thing. They've said on long form videos, 30 seconds counts as a view, but on shorts, it's kind of all over the place. Well, now they are saying that it will count as a view, even if it's 0 seconds, theoretically. So essentially, if the short comes up on the screen, they are now calling it a view. Now, technically, it seems like that should be called impressions. When we think about long form videos on YouTube and how many times that thumbnail shows up, and then we're hoping somebody will click on it, that's essentially what it is. Now, the existing metric, which was based on someone actually watching at least a little bit of the video, is going to be renamed engaged views. So you'll be able to see either of those. But for some reason, they've moved the engaged views, which I would think was the more important metric, into the advanced analytics. So a lot of places in YouTube analytics, you can click see more, and it's in that other section there where the super data geeks that I turn into sometimes like to go and look at stuff. So I don't know exactly why they're doing that, but just be aware of it. And just before we came on, I decided to just go and look and see. I have a short that I just put up, and it had 350 views and 200 engaged views. So it was a little more than half of the views were actually engaged, which means they were actually views. So going forward, what I'm going to do is just look at them as impressions, essentially, and then see how they all kind of go from there. Okay. So just be aware of that. Also with YouTube Shorts, we have a lot of new creation tools. So this is interesting to see all these updates that they're making, because technically I feel like if somebody really wants to get more precision with their shorts, they're going to do it in a different video editing program, but YouTube is building them in, which is nice. So first of all, new and improved video editor is making it much easier for us to make precise adjustments to clip timing or rearrange or delete clips, add music or time text, different things like that. Also, templates are being enhanced to allow users to incorporate photos from their gallery. So I think theoretically, if you had product images that you had in your gallery that you wanted to use over and over again. Plus with these templates, if it's the way it is on some of the other short form video platforms, you can literally suck them in and it'll sync it up to music and it looks really, really nice. So obviously, as marketers, we love that time-saving stuff. Also, later this spring, you'll be able to add image stickers from your gallery to your shorts as well, which I think sounds like an opportunity to have better branding on your shorts if you want. And finally, YouTube Shorts is introducing AI stickers. So you can essentially type in a text prompt, and then you can generate a unique sticker to add to your short, whatever that might be. Okay. Also coming to YouTube Shorts is AI generated music and music sync. So a lot of times we have this commercial music that we can have access to, or there's non-commercial music that you can kind of look for, but maybe you can't find exactly what you want, or you want to be able to, put money behind your short at some point. Well, if it's a Taylor Swift song or a Beyonce song, you're not gonna be able to do that, right? So with this, you'll be able to actually generate custom copyright-free instrumental music that you can use in your shorts. You just type in a prompt, a format, a tempo, like whatever you want, and the AI will generate music. It's getting better and better at this, which is really, really cool. And then also Shorts is experimenting with automatically syncing imported content to music beats in Shorts. So in other words, you could generate a song, or it sounds like use one that's already there, and then, suck in your footage. And if the beat is going 1, 2, 3, 4, it could actually go through and, do jump cuts. Again, you wouldn't do this for spoken word videos, but if you're doing product demos or showing off an event or something like that, you can end up with a really high production value that might only take a minute or two, which is always nice. And then one more thing you'll see, I was kind of surprised that we didn't already have this, but you might see this. They're experimenting with visual guides in the Shorts editor. So essentially, when you are dragging text or a sticker or something onto the screen, when you get to the side, you'll see like a line pop up, or at the top or the bottom, just to remind you and show you exactly where there might be a graphic that says like shorts at the top, or the like button along the side, or the description, or the handle for the handle. Yeah, handle. I was going to say the handle on YouTube, not username. The handle that shows up at the bottom. So just, it's nice that it's going to be there now. If you've ever put out a short and you find out a key part is covered up by a graphic, obviously that's really, really frustrating. All right, more YouTube updates, including if you have subscribers that have that bell clicked so that they get notified every time you release a video, we may see a big change to this with something that they're announcing a test around here. I'll tell you about that here in just a second. But if you are struggling to keep up with the rapid evolution of AI, if you want to increase your productivity, enhance your creativity, and become truly indispensable in the age of artificial intelligence, we got this special thing coming up. AI marketing expert Dan Sanchez is going to be teaching this live workshop on May 1st at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. It is a free masterclass, and he uncovers the 25 tools that will change how you create content forever. So if you've ever been a shiny object chaser like me, and you hear about this tool and this tool and this tool, and it's like, oh my gosh, I have no time to research them all. Dan's the guy that does that. So in this free masterclass, you're going to discover time-saving AI tools that turn hours of work into minutes, creative AI solutions for stunning visuals, videos, and written content, automation strategies that multiply your content output, and much, much more. In fact, I saw one of Dan's talks at Social Media Marketing World this year, and the automation strategies that he showed were just mind-blowing. So he's the one that filters it down so we can see the actual tools that can make a difference. If you want to check this out, sign up. Again, a free masterclass. Sign up right now at socialmediaexaminer.com/AI-tools. Okay. socialmediaexaminer.com/AI-tools. So YouTube is testing something now around subscriber notifications. So when someone decides to subscribe to a channel, then they have the option to click that bell. You'll hear a lot of YouTubers say that. Don't forget to click that bell, myself included. And they're theoretically then will get notified in whatever ways they get notified. So it could be notifications on their phone. If you haven't opted out of emails, getting an email every time a new video goes up. So it's been interesting the last couple of years, because what's happened? Because of shorts, people are now publishing more frequently. Now, I think because of AI, people can create content faster, so other people are publishing more frequently. So if I, as a user, or you as a user a few years ago was like, yeah, I like this channel, I want to hear about their one video a week, subscribe, click that bell, and all of a sudden they're uploading 6 shorts and 1 long form video a week, right? So they're conducting a small experiment to test improved notification experiences for viewers if they have all notifications enabled. So these are the ones that it's going to impact. So if somebody doesn't engage with your channel, even though they've said they want all notifications, they'll temporarily stop receiving those notifications in their app or in their email or wherever else they get them. Meanwhile, though, if people are actively engaged, they're actually clicking on them and watching your channel and things like that, it will continue with no changes at all. Okay. They do say if you're a channel that uploads infrequently, though, this isn't something you're going to have to worry about at all. You'll be just fine the way it is. All right. Okay. Ads update. This is not an ads update from the standpoint of only running ads, but also from the update of if you manage a channel that is monetized and shows ads. And a couple of things here. First, you should know that they are changing something with mid-roll ad features, okay? So essentially, mid-roll ads are the ones that come up in the middle of a video, and this is changing dramatically starting in May, which as of today is only a week away right now, right? So starting in May, YouTube is going to tune the ad serving models, to use their phrase, to place more mid-roll ads at natural breakpoints. I think this is a reflection of the fact that people are creating more longer form content, obviously on YouTube, as well as the increase in living room viewing. So what's happening now is YouTube is going to automatically add automatic ad slots to existing videos, even if you've previously chosen manual mid-roll ad slots. I've done that because I have spots in my videos where I will literally say, all right, next we're going to cover this. And then that's where I want them to put the ad in, because I've just put in a hook, and opened a loop. So someone will stay through the ad to, see and hear the next thing. So what's going to happen after they start doing this, though, is you can go into your top performing videos and it'll actually show you, like, here you've got these manual ones and here we've got these automatic ones. And here are the ones that are actually working. And here are the ones that are not being used. It sounds like they want all of us to just go to automatic mid-roll selection. So you can go and look at your own information and decide what you want. But if you want to opt out of this, you can. You can just go to the Earn tab in YouTube Studio sometime between now and May 12th. Okay, so make sure you do that. And then also related to ads, this is exciting, especially if you are a podcaster. So one of the things that is amazing about has been amazing about podcasts for years is dynamic audio insertion, or sometimes it's called dynamic ad insertion. And that is where, rather than waiting, or rather than putting an ad into your episode and then just having it live there for years and years and years, you can actually add ads or whatever you're promoting for your own business into all of your episodes at once. So what this does is it essentially makes podcasting a timely platform. So let's say you have a big event coming up, or a launch, a product launch, or something like that. You could go back through all your podcast episodes and actually promote that thing that's coming up. And then when it's over, you can pull it away. Well, now YouTube is developing dynamic host-read ads for podcasts on YouTube. So previously, if you took your podcast, you sent it to YouTube, you did not have this. So this is an incredible opportunity for anyone that has topical things that they want to promote. One of the most frustrating parts on YouTube is, especially if it's for business, let's say something takes off, right? It becomes your biggest video, whether that's 5,000, 10,000, or 500,000 views. And you're like, I wish I could have said that. So we'll see, but it didn't say testing. It said this is something that we are developing, which makes me think they're taking podcasting seriously, even more so. But I'm hoping we can do for our regular YouTube videos as well, because that would be massive from a marketing standpoint. Okay. All right. A lot of tools, speaking of AI tools, we were talking about that upcoming workshop a few minutes ago. A lot of tools are rolling out to help you with YouTube, to help you brainstorm titles and thumbnails and find different, formulas and create things that were inspired by videos that are already successful. Well, the cool thing is YouTube is not just letting everyone else do that. They are creating their own stuff. And so we've seen some of this stuff rolling out. And one of the things that they've are adding is called Brainstorm from Anywhere. And what it does is it integrates comments and data from past videos on your channel into YouTube Studio to help you come up with new video ideas. There's also a tool called Hooks that provides AI-powered hook suggestions to help you capture viewer attention. And then also something called Quick Saves, where you can store ideas directly from the idea lists that are generated. So again, this is all rolling out. Everybody may not have it yet, but it's certainly cool to see, especially if you don't already have an organization system that works for your ideas, or if you sometimes go, oh my gosh, I have to make a new video for my channel or for my client's channel, and I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. Well, now AI is going to help you come up with ideas based on the actual data that YouTube has. Now, they don't tell us. They don't go, you should make this because it's getting a lot of searches and there's not a lot of videos serving this topic. But still, the information straight from YouTube should be relatively valuable. All right, end screens have long time been a really great way to get somebody to binge your content, to stay on your channel. I always like to say bingers or buyers, right? They watch one video and another, and all of a sudden they've watched 5 videos and they're thinking, okay, how can I buy your thing? If they hadn't at that point. Well, YouTube is currently testing a new feature both on mobile and desktop that allows viewers to hide end screens. So when I first read this, I was like, no, why would you do this? But from reading about it, again, I don't have access to it, but it sounds like basically if you've ever been watching the end of a video and the end screen pops up and it's literally blocking something that you want to see, they're now testing an opportunity to go and hide the end screen in that way. So I think as marketers going forward, just keep that in mind. If you're using the full 20 seconds to put something on the end screen, but there's still good content there, then just kind of consider the placement with how you film your video, how you edit your video, or where you actually put the end screens to the subscribe button or to watch another video or whatever else it might be. Now, if somebody does exit out of it, though, there is just a show button that will appear and in the top right of the video, and they can just tap that and it will all come back. All right. YouTube protections. So this is always good to hear. The platform has updated its privacy process to allow removal requests for synthetic content that simulates someone's likeness. And they're introducing new management tools to help people control how AI depicts them on the platform. So I think for the audience in this show, maybe you're making content around somebody that's famous and you just need to be aware that this is there where they can kind of go in and request to have something removed. But I think the biggest thing here, and I've been saying this for a while, when you upload a YouTube video, there are a lot of settings, a lot of settings. So if you're in a hurry, you're managing a bunch of channels, like it's easy to skip the ones that are not required, but there is the one setting that says, hey, is there anything that happens in this video that didn't actually happen? Essentially is what it is. This is what they're talking about here. And so what that means right now, it's not required. You can check it or not check it. But I've gotten in the habit of always just checking. I haven't done any that have anything that's AI and fake. So I just check no every time. I think we're going to get to the point where we are going to be required to check it. So if you're not doing that, I think it's worth taking the 0.1 second to add it to your workflow just to be ready for this. So they've also launched a new pilot program giving influential figures access to this technology. So for example, if somebody is a celebrity, a politician, anything like that, then their team would actually have access to a tool to watch for all of this stuff. Okay. Also, some creators are being invited to help build AI protection tools ahead of time by submitting video selfies, which essentially will be used to develop tools and detect and manage AI generated content showing creators' faces. So my understanding of this, not being an AI developer, is you'd upload a selfie, or the celebrity, whoever would upload a selfie, and that way you would compare the video selfie to the AI generated one and go, oh, I don't know if it would be like the freckles are missing or this mole is missing or, something like that. But that is coming out as well. And quick update, if you are managing a channel that is on the verge of being monetized, something to know, they're now introducing a mail-free, and when I say mail, I mean snail mail free PIN verification option in 24 markets. So it used to be you had to get a physical postcard in the mail. And now in 2025, we're moving on from that. Quick reminder, sign up for the free AI Masterclass. This is happening May 1st, and you can get your free ticket right now at socialmediaexaminer.com/AI tools. Okay. socialmediaexaminer.com/AI tools. And if you want to add another podcast to your listening lineup, a couple of you to check out: the Social Media Marketing Podcast, as well as the AI Explored Podcast. Until next time, may you be wise with your marketing decisions. Thank you so much for being with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.